In the eerie shadows of Boulder, Colorado, a chilling encounter unfolded that would leave an indelible mark on those who experienced it. The story revolves around mysterious figures known as black-eyed children, who are said to appear unexpectedly, often at night, seeking help or entry into homes. The legend of the black-eyed children involves mysterious, eerie kids, usually aged 6 to 16 with pale skin and solid black eyes. They are often reported approaching people at night, asking for help or to be led into homes or cars. The phenomenon began circulating in the late 1990s, fueled by urban legends and paranormal reports, with some attributing them to supernatural or alien origins. Encounters with black-eyed children have reportedly occurred in places like Texas, Vermont, and Colorado, which is known for multiple paranormal events. Some specific areas include rural roads, isolated parking lots, and outside homes late at night. These encounters typically happen in remote or quiet locations, often adding to the eerie atmosphere surrounding the reports. Their unsettling presence, characterized by pale skin and pitch-black eyes, evokes a sense of dread and foreboding. Witnesses describe an overwhelming feeling of fear and an instinctual urge to refuse their requests. As we delve deeper into this spine-tingling tale, we will explore the unsettling mystery surrounding these enigmatic beings and the terrifying events that transpired, drawing you into a world where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs, leaving you questioning what lurks in the darkness. On a chilling night, a man heard a knock on his door. As the man opened his front door, he was met with an unsettling sight. Two children stood on his porch, a boy and a girl, their pale skin contrasting sharply with the darkness of the night. Their eyes, completely black and void of emotion, sent a chill down his spine. The children appeared oddly calm, yet there was an unnatural aura about them that made his heart race. He felt an internal conflict brewing. Part of him wanted to help, but an overwhelming sense of dread urged him to shut the door. The air was thick with tension as they softly requested to come inside, their voices eerily synchronized. The atmosphere felt heavy, as if the very night itself held its breath, amplifying his growing unease with every passing second. The children's request to use the man's phone came out in unnervingly calm voices, devoid of the typical innocence one would expect from kids. Their tone was almost hypnotic, laced with an unsettling confidence that sent shivers down his spine. As they stood there, their pitch-black eyes seemed to pierce through him, making it difficult to look away. The man felt an instinctual fear rising within him, a primal urge to slam the door shut and escape the situation. Yet he hesitated, caught between the desire to help and the overwhelming dread that enveloped him. The children's gaze felt like a weight, distorting his perception of reality, as if they were drawing him into a dark abyss from which he might never return. In a state of sheer panic, the man frantically dialed 911, his heart racing as he struggled to articulate the urgency of his situation. His voice trembled, filled with desperation as he relayed the bizarre encounter with the black-eyed children at his door. The operator, maintaining a calm demeanor, tried to reassure him, asking for details while he could barely catch his breath. Each knock on the door echoed ominously, amplifying the tension in the air and heightening his sense of dread. He could feel the children's presence looming just beyond the threshold, their unsettling calmness contrasting sharply with his escalating fear. As the operator urged him to stay on the line, the man's anxiety surged, knowing that time was running out. When the police finally arrived, a wave of relief washed over the man, his heart racing less frantically as he rushed to greet the officers. However, as he recounted his chilling encounter, he noticed their skepticism. The officers exchanged glances, clearly unsure of what to make of his claims about the black-eyed children. They assured him they would conduct a thorough search, but their expression suggested they found the story hard to believe. As they fanned out into the neighborhood, the man anxiously watched, hoping for a swift resolution. Yet, as the minutes ticked by, a sense of dread returned when the officers reported no sign of the children. It was as if they had vanished into thin air, leaving behind an unsettling mystery that lingered in the night. In the days following the encounter, the man found himself gripped by an unshakable fear of the night. He took every precaution, locking all doors and windows, and even installing extra security measures to ward off any potential threats. The psychological impact of that fateful evening haunted him. Seeping into his daily life, he became hyper-aware of every sound, every shadow, and the once comforting darkness now felt suffocating. As time passed, he tried to regain a sense of normalcy, but the memories lingered like a dark cloud. Then, one fateful evening, the dreaded knocking returned, echoing through his home and sending his heart racing once more. The familiar sound reignited his terror, reminding him that the nightmare was far from over. As the man sat in his living room, a chilling sense of dread washed over him when he heard the familiar knocking at the door. His heart raced, and a cold sweat broke out on his forehead as he approached the entrance, bracing himself for what lay beyond. To his horror, he found not two, but three children standing there, their black eyes glistening in the dim light. The intensity of their demands was palpable. They insisted on being let inside, their voices eerily synchronized and filled with an unsettling urgency. The man felt paralyzed, caught between the instinct to flee and the overwhelming fear that gripped him. The atmosphere was thick with tension, as if the very air around him crackled with impending doom. In a state of sheer desperation, the man dialed 911 once more, his voice trembling with urgency as he relayed the terrifying scene unfolding at his door. Panic surged through him as he described the three children, their black eyes fixed on him with an unsettling intensity. The operator remained calm, assuring him that help was on the way. But the man could barely focus on her words, his heart pounding in his chest. As he hung up, the tension in the air thickened, each second feeling like an eternity. The children's haunting pleas echoed through the night, their synchronized voices growing more insistent, demanding entry with an eerie calmness that sent chills down his spine. He felt trapped, knowing that time was running out as he awaited the arrival of the police. When the police finally arrived, the officers' skepticism was palpable, their expressions revealing doubt about the man's harrowing experiences. They questioned him with a tone that suggested they believed he was overreacting or even imagining the entire ordeal. Frustration bubbled within him as he insisted on the reality of the black-eyed children, recounting every detail of both encounters with fervor. He felt a deep emotional toll from being dismissed by those who were supposed to protect him, as if his fears were trivialized. Each skeptical glance from the officers chipped away at his credibility, leaving him feeling isolated and desperate. The weight of their disbelief compounded his anxiety, making him question his own sanity, while the haunting memories of the children loomed ever larger in his mind. In search of solace after the terrifying encounters, the man decided to stay with a close friend, hoping that the presence of another person would provide a sense of safety. Yet, even in the comfort of his friend's home, the lingering fear and anxiety clung to him like a shadow. He found it difficult to relax, constantly glancing at the door, half expecting the black-eyed children to appear once more. When he shared his story with friends, their reactions were mixed. Some listened with concern, while others dismissed his experiences as mere figments of an overactive imagination. This lack of understanding only deepened his sense of isolation. As he grappled with the haunting memories and the unsettling reality that he might never truly escape the terror that had invaded his life. As time passed, the man gradually began to reclaim a sense of normalcy in his life. The vivid memories of the encounters with the black-eyed children started to fade, replaced by the routine of daily activities. He found that the passage of time dulled the sharp edges of his fear and anxiety, allowing him to breathe a little easier. Sharing his experience with trusted friends became a crucial part of his healing process. Their support and understanding helped him process the trauma. Each conversation acted as a release, diminishing the weight of his burden. While the memories would always linger in the back of his mind, he learned to navigate life with renewed resilience, slowly transforming his fear into a story of survival rather than one of terror. The man's terrifying experiences with the black-eyed children serve as a chilling reminder of the unsettling phenomena that can lurk in the shadows of our reality. From the initial encounter at his doorstep to the haunting return of the children, his story highlights the fear and anxiety that can accompany such inexplicable events. The reality of the black-eyed children phenomenon has captivated many, leaving a trail of questions and curiosity in its wake. We encourage viewers to share their thoughts and any similar experiences they may have encountered, as these stories connect us all in our shared fascination with the unknown. If you enjoyed this chilling tale and want to dive deeper into the world of the eerie and unexplained, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the Terror Tour Guide. We have plenty more spine-tingling stories and mysterious encounters coming your way, so don't miss out. Also, feel free to share your thoughts or any strange experiences you may have had in the comments below. If this story gave you chills and you're ready to experience the paranormal firsthand, click the link in the description below to book a haunted tour. Discover eerie locations and uncover the mysteries that lie beyond the shadows. Don't miss your chance for an unforgettable ghostly adventure. Thank you for watching, and remember, what lurks in the dark may be closer than you think. Stay curious, stay cautious, and we'll see you in the shadows.